Changing minds one thought at a time.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Motivate Social Podcast, where we are bringing you people who are changing the world via social media. I am Dr. Ikena Finch, and I can't do what I do without you know who, Vanessa Canterbury. How are you doing today?
I am great. How are you?
Fabulous. You know how I do it. So, you know, I don't want to have the people waiting too long. So, tell us about who we're talking about today.
Oh my goodness, this lady is absolutely phenomenal. We met on social media some years back. We worked together in a book. And to meet her in person was totally icing on the cake when you get to know her more in person. And we're going to go more into it in this interview, so she can be able to tell you more about who she is and what she can be able to do in helping you heal from the inside out. And so, Natasha Allen, are you there?
Yes, hi, I am here. Thank you so much for having me.
It is our pleasure. So go ahead, take it away. Let people know how you are changing the world via social media.
So I'm Natasha Allen. I am the visionary for Nurture by Natasha, and what I do is I help women to put the mask on them by cultivating them every day through self care of just being that um, mentor to help them in their everyday life. And so over the years of just seeing family members that deal with diabetes and so many other things earlier on, it just inspired me to just to tailor my eating skills, but then to take it a little further of, many people talk about mother nature, and so really to begin to dabble into things that was in the kitchen and to craft them into products, and just to see the smiles that it brought to people and how it changed their joint pains and different things like that. I really began to have a passion for it and began to like really do a lot of research and finding different essential oils and different herbs and things that can definitely help a lot of things that women go through. And so it just has been my passion since way back in the early 1990s.
Awesome. So now that you have this passion, and you're mixing things in the kitchen, you're doing all this all natural. Uh, did you have any resistance uh from people? Did they tell you, "Oh, girl, go get a job" type of situation? Or did they just say, "Hey, I can't wait to try your products"? Tell us about that part of the story.
So growing up in a household with two wonderful, amazing parents, um, my mom was somewhat of an entrepreneur, but probably didn't have a title for it back then. Of, they would say, you just have to get a job. Like, it's cool. What you gonna do? And so I did attend college for a year and a half, but because of my parents had made too much, my next step was to enroll in nail school because I didn't know what else to do fresh out of high school. And so I put myself in nail school, and it just always, in the midst of doing that, of people always was like, you just can't just make it off just being a nail tech. It's just more that you need to do. Like, you got to get you a job. And so I worked like little part-time jobs as time went on. But then, after a certain age, you definitely want to be out on your own and out of your parents' house. And so, being a nail tech, it has its ups and its downs. But as I've matured, as well as learning a little bit more about offering products, then I began to circle back around to the things that I was just making as a young child, as a teenager, and began to put a spin on it. And to see after volunteering at the senior center and doing a couple of church events, that people was really intrigued by the products that I was bringing to the events and the products that I was using on them and doing my spa services. And so that kind of took off with my spa products along with the services. And so it was something that even once the season kind of changed and people put their feet away, that the products was something that we can still use on our skin. And so for me, my dad still was like, okay, yeah, you got this crazy vision of things that you want to do, but you got to keep a job, you know. And then when I became a mom, he was like, you know, these crazy ideas that you got to like really like put those to the side because you have a child. It's not just you anymore. And so, you know, when people tell you those things, it kind of play a factor in it, especially, you know, you look up to your parents and the things that they have instilled in you and all of that. But I just always knew that there was just something so much more. And then when working in the school system, it didn't just fulfill me anymore. And so being that I had a child that had some special needs that was going on and I needed to pay more attention to that, it kind of forced me out of the school atmosphere to kind of step out really on faith and to be like, okay, either you just gonna leap and do this over the summer. And so I was determined that I was going to make it work. And so I've partnered with a podiatrist. And so that was really a great connection and to moving forward that kind of helped me to blossom a little bit more to spread and see that, okay, I can really do this on my own and not so to say really need a full-time job to do so.
I love that you did not allow someone else's um thoughts to play so deep rooted in you that stopped you from doing what you know, that you have this calling, you have this not just a hobby, but it's something that could be so much bigger in what you do. And I say this many times before, that when I received your products the first time, I was blown away because I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't remember this conversation of these amazing products that you have and that you handmade the products. And to be able to use those products and put them to use to really see the benefit of it, that was a whole nother level for me. I was really big on this big company, this big person who's been around, very successful in her business in his own way. But when I finally got to experience your products, I no longer buy this person's products because you offer something that that person didn't offer, which is you made it a way that was going to be beneficial to me. And so as I break this down to um, one of the products that my foot swelled up out of nowhere, and your product that you have put together, that next day my foot was completely, the swelling was gone, and that's something that that other person didn't even offer, but you did. And so I'm loving the fact that you are moving full speed ahead and that your business is booming, and people need to know it is just not no hype. It's just the reality of the situation. There's so much stuff out here, but what is the benefit of that stuff? And your stuff brings good stuff. I don't know what you put up in there, but it's some goodness, right? So so when someone come to you and say, you know, they already have the experience of your spa services, but now you know, after asking them a series of questions and you use that product on them, what how is that? Tell us, how does that process go? If somebody needs your services outside of spa, let us know, how does that go so they can be able to know, you know, what you're talking about.
So I have a conversation with people and to getting to know them, and also of going to school to take massage. So that really allowed me to really get to not only just know myself inside and out, but just how God have orchestrated the body. And so in the midst of going to school for 2 years and taking massage therapy, it really kind of broadened my intake of how the body function, how the organs work together, and all of that. And so, as I'm looking at putting products together, I kind of take that into consideration as well. And so, talking with people and finding out some of their behind the scenes of do they deal with renal, do they deal with skin disorder, and you know how long have you had these things, some of the stuff is like that I have is like neutral across the board, where you know it's something for everyone. But then if they have a specific thing that's going on, then I tell them, you know, let me, you know, do some homework, and also if I can do a consultation to get some more information, then I can kind of get a better understanding and put some things together. And initially, not so to say wanting to sell you something, but give you a sample to try to see, you know, if it's something that works. Nothing's going to work overnight, because it takes 26 seconds for things to go into our bloodstream, and it's going to take some time for it to really work, to get into your system to really, work. And so with my products, it's not something that you ingest, it's something you put on the skin, but it's going into your bloodstream. And so being said, the different essential oils that I use, it's going to get in there, and it's going to take some time. So within a week or so, with using it, consistently, then you should really see a difference. And then if not, then, maybe we can sit back down and we can formulate something else to see what's really working. And oftentimes, many people are iffy about holistic, but we're so quick to take a prescription from a doctor where it's going to cause other side effects, to where the things that I'm using is all natural. It doesn't have any side effects depending upon the medication that you're using. So it's more of that know, like, and trust of, being transparent with your medications and everything that you take, because just the same way you go into a doctor, it also play effects in, how it's going to work for you. And so that's why a lot of the cases, it's tailored to that specific person of a blend. It's not something that you would see on a website. It would just be designed just for that particular person. And so it really makes it fun to really to get into the lab, and to, to bring smiles to people's faces where people wasn't for years be able to do certain things. And, people that may have diabetes and they're going to get their leg amputated and having these phantom pains, and knowing that, my products can definitely help with that. And I'm not a doctor to cure anyone. I just want to put that disclaimer out
Okay, disclaimer.
there.
That cover thyself. Cover thyself. I hear you. So, you know, can you tell us, some how these products has changed your life? And because I know you mentioned that you had to go get a job and all that kind of stuff at the beginning. All right. So now you have these products that you've put out. How has it changed your life? How has it made you see things differently and change the lives of others?
Um, well, I'll start with, initially it changed my life because of having a daughter at age 2, to realize that she had eczema really bad, which really inspired me to really dive deeper, to know more about what was causing the eczema, and to, treat her skin. And so, going to the doctors and getting prescriptions and all of that, nothing of that nature was working. And so as I began to dive deeper into it, and volunteering at the senior center and giving samples to the seniors, giving them as Christmas gifts, and hearing so many people like, hey, what's that in that jar? Like, it didn't have a label on it, but I need some more of that. And I'm like, oh, that was just such and such I mixed together. Or, some oatmeal that I just mixed in the kitchen and gave you a pedicure. You liked it? Okay, that was great. And so, people had begun to ask for it. And so I knew that it was more, and it was bigger than myself. But just having the know-how of how to package it and put it online and do all of that. And so I did have to hire someone to point me in the right direction to do all of that, because I didn't have a website, I didn't have any of that. And so after getting all of that and just seeing the outpour of people that was just referring, and even people calling, or people that I haven't talked to in years, to reach back out to say, hey, listen, I know it's been some years. How can I get some of that? You still making that stuff that you make? And so it really makes my heart smile to know that it's making a difference in people's skin, as well as the way that they deal with the swelling of their hands or their feet and things of that nature. But in reference to changing my life, it really has, because from going to working full time and being able to not do as much as I do now, it's really eye opening to work part time just to get out the house. Because as an entrepreneur, I got bored with being home and everyone's at work and you don't have a lunch buddy. But it has really, really changed the dynamics that, I travel more now. I'm able to say yes more to my daughter. And I know that, it's something that people need that they wasn't getting maybe from their doctor, or even just in the local store or drugstore that they were getting. It's something that's tailored towards them. that it can definitely they can see benefits and results with the products. And so it has really, really been eye opening over the years. It really has. Did I answer your question?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just so proud of you. I am so proud of you. What is the next steps for you? Where do you see yourself? So we're just now March. So we're 2021. Where do you see yourself 2021 with your business? Where do you see what's that one goal that you really would love to be able to reach this year?
My one goal that I would like to reach this year is just to do more workshops and just educating people. I feel that, knowledge is power. People can advocate for themselves more of getting to know their body a little bit more, doing more workshops and more things of that nature, and just teaching people of different things that's like right in your kitchen that you can make your own. And so really getting out into the community. I'm a big advocate of helping in the community, and this is a different way that since after COVID of definitely getting out more and doing small workshops with local people or virtually online. And so to really show my presence more virtually online and showing you how you can do things in your home that it won't break the bank, and the reference of taking care of you and your family.
Wonderful. Now, do you have a book about self care and the spa treatments, or how do you put that information out there past workshops? Let's say they can't come to a workshop. Is there a class they can go to learn, or is there a little demo of your oils or what have you? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so people can host virtual online events as well. So it's just not in person. It's something that we're doing in 2021, is that you can do it virtually online as well. So you, your family, your friends, you can gather and the stuff can be shipped out to you right to your front door. And we can meet virtually online. We've also added manicure kits. I know with everything going on, people was iffy about getting their nails done or sketchy about getting out, and so, putting those packages together, and that way, I have a YouTube link. And once you purchase your kits, it's a link that you can get me virtually right in the comforts of your home. And it can tell you how each product works and how you can apply it as well. And so, with the different workshops, you can do that and schedule that through your church or just a personal get together, a gathering with your family and friends. And so that is definitely something that I definitely offer, as well as shipping it right to your front door. It has instruction card that comes in it. If you don't want to do virtually, it can be, and I have a monthly subscription box as well that people can register for as well.
That's amazing. One of the things that I would like to know, because I know audience probably would think about this, that with your products been absolutely amazing, have you thought about, or do you have like ambassadors for Nurture by Natasha? And if so, how would they be able to connect with you to um be involved in your products and becoming an ambassador?
Yeah, so I'm glad that you did bring that up. That is one thing that we're definitely rolling out this year is ambassadors of people that can not only just share our products, but also receive residuals in reference to sharing the products as well. And so, and with doing that, the person that's the ambassador, they'll have their own link that they're sharing, and then they can get residuals once a month of the people that they directed to the website that purchased only for their link as well. So yes, we welcome ambassadors if you would love to be an ambassador for Nurture by Natasha as well.
Awesome. So you had the ambassador program, the subscription box, the different virtual classes, and I assume that you also have the self-paced courses as well.
Yeah, so I do have a ebook that's on Amazon that's taking action in your 90-day journey. And so that is also a workshop as well, that I'll be hosting 3 times out the year, where you can come in. And it just basically, sometimes we need that reminder of, just the little small things. But then it also gives you that own synopsis of yourself, of where do I need to focus at in my self-care journey, because it is a journey. It's truly a lifestyle. It's not something that you do today, put down for 2 3 months, or once it's time to put your feet in some flip-flops and come on outside. And so it's a whole inside out virtual experience with yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. Natasha, I want you to take a moment. I want you to let people know how they will be able to find you via social media, so they can stay connected with you, so they can get these products, because I'm a believer of these products, not just because I got a chance to get to know you personally, but because I know what these products can do. I just reached out to you, and you were so like on point with someone who had reached out to me, who I'm like a family friend. And I mean, you went down a whole spiel, and I was like, my goodness, this lady knows her stuff. And so I'm waiting. I can't wait for you to get the testimonial from this lady once she starts to really take advantage of the product that you sent her. So I'm looking forward to that. But in the meantime, let people know how they can be able to find you and follow you on social media.
Okay, so you can find me on Facebook at Nurture by Natasha VIP page, as well as you can find me on Instagram at Nurture by Natasha. And then, of course, my website at nurturebynatasha.com. So that's how you can find me.
Well, thank you so much, Natasha. You know, is there something that you would like to share with the audience to give them some motivation as they are going on this entrepreneurial journey? It may not be going the way they want to go, what have you, but they know it's worth it. So you want to give some pointers today?
I would definitely say, even when the road gets a little rocky, and sometimes when you even want to throw in the towel and sleep a little bit longer, just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And there's going to be people that's going to have the white noise. There's going to be people that's going to say things to try to discourage you. Use them as building blocks and let them keep their bricks to build their own house. And you continue to stay the course. Because if you're passionate about it and you're really into what it is that you're doing, and it just keep waking you up in the middle of the night. And even sometimes, I wouldn't say that you um, should take that you feel stuck. It's just sometimes you just need a coach or someone that's going to help to get you to that next stepping stone. And so just keep going and don't get discouraged, and just keep your notebook handy and your paper and pen. It's always important to do that, to write your thoughts out, that even when you can't talk to people in your circle that you're around, and it's time to get a new one, and to just keep writing, keep dreaming, keep believing, and make it reality. And truly, if you keep speaking it into its existence, trust me, it will happen.
I totally agree. Totally agree. Well, thank you so much, Natasha. This has been absolutely amazing. I'm glad we were able to get you on so you could be able to share your amazing business and your products. And I would strongly suggest that anybody out there get your products. It's no joke. This is like some serious stuff that could really help people. I'm going to leave with one testimonial that I had from my son who his hand has swelled up so bad where you can see his knuckles. And I had used the products and just rubbed them on the scrub on his hands, and within 2 days, his hand went back to normal. And when I tell you, my son even talks about it, how soft his hand was as he was continuing to scrub. Even though he was so uncomfortable, his hands was very, very soft and moisturized in the process. So whatever she's putting in there, it was really sinking into the area that needed the work. So I'm so grateful for your products, Natasha, because it's so hard to be able to find products that can last a good shelf life. And it's not skimpy. You really put your all into these products. You get something that's really full. You're not cheating people out of a little bit. You giving them more than enough so they could be able to have it for quite some time. And it's very affordable. So keep doing what you're doing. I can see your products in stores, and we're going to claim it that they're going to be in stores around the world because it's needed. It is absolutely needed. So with that being said, make sure you guys are all following us on social media at Changing Minds Online, from Motivation Social to on Instagram, on Facebook, you name it. Make sure you follow us as usual, per usual. I know I'm always leaving something out, and that's why I have the amazing co-host, Dr. Akina Finch, who makes sure that there is nothing left out. So, with that being said, you guys be blessed. And Dr. Finch, is there anything that I missed? Because I know I missed something.
You can find us on Change Your Minds Online on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and of course, Twitter. And we can't wait for you to give us some comments. Oh, yes, of course, YouTube. Have to say YouTube because that's where this show is going to be played along with all the other social media handles, but you'll get the full show there on YouTube. So, how do you find us? We definitely want you to come over to Change Your Minds Online. Give us some comments on all the shows. Every single show we've done is there. So it's going to be greatness. And Natasha will be the very first one sitting up there. So you don't want to miss this treat. And share it out with some people that need self care because she is absolutely one of the best kept secrets out there in healthcare. So definitely look her up. And with that being said, good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Hey, thank you, ladies.
You are so welcome.